Creating optionality was one of the things that I think is most important to not have anyone who's got a gun to your head when it comes to your employer or it comes to your partner or whatever it is in the world or the economy, right? Do you have options? You're always leaving yourself an out.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I am your host, Q Edmonds. And listen, I am excited to be here today. I have another fantastic guest here. And listen, he's all about asset protection. So if you got assets, perk up and listen, because he's going to get into how to protect your assets. And I'm sure most of us watching have assets we need protected, right? And so I'm excited to pick his brain to see things through his lens. And so for him to bring his expertise to this show, which I'm so grateful for. So I want to introduce you all to Mr. Jonathan Feniak. Mr. Jonathan, how you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great. I'm super excited to be here with you, Quentin. Love what you all are doing, educating folks, and that's what I do as well. Just trying to help people avoid a ruinous event, some ruinous liability event. Hope we get into some details here about how people can do that. But thanks for having me. Appreciate you.
My man, thank you for being here. You're absolutely right. You know, if we can help people along the journey, that's what it's all about, right? And so, again, as I stated before, thank you for bringing your expertise to the show. And so, Mr. Jonathan, I want to dive in. I would love for you to tell people what your main focus is these days. Mr. Jonathan, you want to give us a little bit of an origin story of kind of how you got into where you are. We love origin stories. And so we
Yeah.
love that. And then, man, if you don't mind, tell us what part of the world you're in. And so we would love to
Yeah.
know geographically where you are. So, Mr.
Yeah.
Jonathan, sir, you got the floor, man.
All right, man. We'll try to make this quick. The elevator pitch on it.
Hey,
So started out transportation logistics, DHL, Airborne Express, was in Manhattan as an operations manager on 9/11.
mm,
Got my MBA, finished that up in about 2004, 2005, went to work at a hedge fund, investing in micro cap companies, put over $165 million worth of deals together for micro caps, public, private, debt, equity, convertible. After that, I did go and became a financial advisor for Wells Fargo Advisors, managing high net worth portfolios for customers, advising them on building, great retirements and thinking about those things. And then, the ripe old age of 45, went to law school, graduated law school in 2019. Took the bar, became licensed practice as a lawyer in Colorado and Wyoming. And so that is the origin story. And then you keep going. One of the founders of a company, LLC attorney and Wyoming LLC attorney.com. We form 2,000 plus entities for individuals, a lot of people in real estate every month. And then moved to Puerto Rico is where I live, effective in 2022, moved to Puerto Rico and have been here. And then I have my consulting business. So Feniak Consulting Group is I do single serving. I'm effectively a single serving attorney. Did over 800 consultations, individual consultations last year, trying to make it easy. People are pretty close to where they need to be, and so I help them get over that trepidation or concern they're going to mess it up. Help them understand what some of the costs, benefits, and opportunities are when it comes to liability protection and business structuring. So that is a lot of experience in a lot of different areas from insurance. I was an insurance licensed
Yeah.
stockbroker, as well as real world investing, managing businesses, and so on. So bring a lot to the table for my clients.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Love it, man. Thank you. Thank you for taking us through the origin journey. Thank you for the elevator pitch because you did. You gave me a lot in a very condensed way, and I love it. And I want to get more into what you do, but I want to get more into you just for a little bit because listening to your resume, of course, like you've done a lot of different things. You've risen in a lot of different spaces, and so I have a saying where I say destiny has no wasted moments, right? Meaning no matter what we go through life, every destination, every stop gives us
Yep.
something that makes us who we are today, and we apply it to what we do today. And so I would love to know throughout your moments in destiny, every stop, DHL, hedge fund, financial advisor, when you what did destiny pick up? What did you pick up on these moments that kind of make you who you are today?
Creating optionality was one of the things that I think is most important to not have anyone who's got a gun to your head when it comes to your employer or it comes to your partner or whatever it is in the world or the economy, right? Do you have options? You're always leaving yourself an out. Sort of like you watch a spy movie or something, and one of the spies goes into the room. What are my exit points? And things there's sayings, burn the ships on the beach, right? Where there is no other way. I
Yeah,
I have led my and I think early on there were some times where I did burn the ships on the beach, but as I've gotten older, been able to create that optionality where the transition from being a financial advisor to a lawyer was that point. Not happy as a financial advisor, didn't like the direction of the whole business, the whole industry as a whole, and said, "What is it I really love?" And I love talking to people, hearing their stories, and coming up with solutions for them. And then being a lawyer really would allow me to do that. And so I had the optionality to go back to school full time. Went
mm,
back to law school full time, 2.5 years. Did graduate early, graduated top of my class, took it very seriously. And so that was the optionality, though, to not work for 2.5 years. You got to plan for that kind of thing, right? If you
yeah,
want to go back to school, to retire early, whether it's you're doing the fire stuff or you're, just trying to build up that mailbox money. What can someone do to make you do things you don't wanna do, or you have to continue when you're not happy. People are living, paid to paycheck to paycheck outside of their means. They have no choice.
yeah, yeah. I love that word optionality. I don't think I've actually heard that word. I mean, heard the word, but the way you put emphasis on it, it kind of just again, you have a way of condensing things into like this one little kind of focus and the optionality. I definitely understand because people want freedom, right? People want the freedom of their time, the freedom to choose. Our time is our most precious commodity. And just listening to you, what you said impacted me in so many different ways. I'll be 45 next year. So thinking about how at 45 you went back to law school. I feel like at this age now, I'm ready to tackle a new portion of my life, something that I see that I've kind of actually been running from, that's been right in front of me, and it's like, "Hey, what have you been doing?" And so I,
Yeah.
I love that. Um, and I am interested to know because you have risen to success, you have reinvented yourself, if that's okay to say, taking on different
Yeah.
identities. You are a lawyer, you are who you are now. Has there been any adversity that you faced? as you was growing to success to where you are? Have you bumped up to any adversity as you was growing?
If you're looking for consistent, high quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Yeah, and coming out of law school at almost 50 years old, and then, but top of my class, and I went to University of Denver, so regionally, well-respected school, and then going and applying for positions, a traditional career path for a graduating attorney, go work in the law firm, you get the, da, 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 you get, or you do a clerkship, all of those things, and I was not a good fit, right? I'm older than the lawyers I'd be working for and have more experience, and it was I could have been, I think, a great sort of rainmaker for them. But I was, they're like, we want the young, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed person coming in here, not some old, curmudgeonly. My wife accused me of being a curmudgeon, get off my lawn kind of thing. And so I had to find something different, and that was the opportunity with Wyoming LLC attorney Mark and Andrew Pierce, a father and son had started this thing, and very entrepreneurial for me. Getting that, what I call the lottery ticket, right? The ownership interest. Take less money, get an ownership interest in it
Mm.
as a way to, you know, do something different. But that adversity, not getting the job in the traditional lawyer, graduating from law school, that path created this opportunity.
Yeah, yeah.
At the time,
I
I didn't
love it.
know it, but
Right. But in big again, destiny has no wasted moments. Like you clearly see it now. And it's funny how your wife called you curmudgeon. My wife called me ornery. So we the same one a little bit. But listen, you have done over 800 consultants, consultations. And so I guess my question is, you have people coming to you. Of course, people are interested. What is your next main focus? Like, what are you looking to solve a scale next, Mr. Johnson?
yeah. So there's really there's sort of three types of liability people have related to their investments, related to their real estate, right? And you got the business liability, right? This is what an LLC is, at its core supposed to do: limit your liability. So you got a piece of real estate, put it into an LLC. If there's an issue with the tenant, somebody sues, can they break through? Can they pierce the veil and get to you as the owner? We want to make sure that it's very difficult for them to do that. Basic corporate formalities, maintaining separateness of the entity. It's got its own bank account. It pays its own way. It is respected from an entity perspective. It's likely to be respected by the courts. So you got that kind of liability where it flows up from the entity itself or from its activities. The other kind of liability is liability that falls on your shoulders. You get in a
Mhm.
car accident, right? If you're a professional, you're a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, those kinds of things, you can't shake that liability off of your shoulders. So if you are sued, they're going to go after your assets. And are they going to go after your real estate? Right. So you've got that
Mm.
liability that flows from you that could affect your real estate. The stuff from the real estate could affect you. And then there's the liability, just sort of of partners, liability related to partners. Is your partner a good partner? Bringing on partners, investing in things together. A lot of the liability or the stress comes from those interpersonal relationships, managing the entities, and then taxes. Another liability people don't think about or don't think about enough. Hopefully, people listening to this do. But are you managing your taxes in the best possible way? Taking all of those things, you then say, well, how much is too much? And people, they come to me and they have huge plans. They're going to be multimillionaires, but right now it's sort of like a wish or it's a dream, but they wanna go and set up a super complex structure on day one, put a lot of cost into it, and, the analogy I make is, they don't have a Ferrari yet, but they're going and buying brake pads for the Ferrari, wiper blades for the Ferrari, new headlamps for the Ferrari. They have them sitting there. Get the Ferrari first, right? Get the Ferrari first, and then build those things around it, and so sitting, sort of Occam's razor, the simpler solution is often the best. a lot of folks out there on the internet are talking about you need this trust and then you need this and you need that. And it's like 12 different things, but the people are just starting out. I don't recommend that. They will neglect the strategy there or the structure and it will lose its efficacy. So where are they in the process? And then let's build from there. Typically, entity to own the real estate. We're talking real estate context. Entity to own the real estate founded in the state in which the real estate is located. Above that, holding company in Wyoming. Wyoming is great for that part where if there's personal liability I have, can they get to my real estate? It's also Wyoming is great if they do pierce the veil through the entity which owns the real estate. Can they get to you? Makes it very difficult. It also there's a privacy perspective there that's very helpful. But we start out with that. That's the simple starting point. And then beyond that, you go, all right, well, how many properties do you have? Should you have a management company, a property management company that sort of removes the entities which own the real estate from some of the negligence related? You failed to shovel the sidewalk or those sorts of things. Does that fall in the management company? And then you got the next step is you go to a lending entity, right? Because you're doing deals. Maybe you're doing cash deals to get them done quickly. But if you go in and you own that piece of real estate 100% cash, all that equity is at risk. So instead, set up your own hard money lending entity, go close the deal, and then you got very little equity in it until some later date you do a perm financing or something else. So think about that. But you got your first property, you're buying your first thing. You don't need all that stuff, man. You know,
Yeah.
you can even go just your single LLC in the state in which the property is located. Keep it simple, see how it goes, and then these structures are highly adaptable and don't make it more complicated than it needs to be.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
I love it. That's that kiss analogy. Keep
Hmm.
it simple, silly. They call you say stupid, but ain't nobody stupid.
Yeah.
Maybe silly. You might be a little
Don't
silly.
be silly.
Keep it simple, silly. It ain't silly. So no, I absolutely love it. I love the knowledge that you're giving. It sounds like, your clients are definitely, in a great position connecting with you, talking to you. And so I want to talk a little bit, about clients, relationships, right? What is your perspective on relationships? Has relationships served you well? Do you put a premium on building, healthy relationships within your space? Tell me a little bit about relationship. Even if you want to, because I know you have a COO that you told me that your co-COO. That's
Yeah.
incredible. So even if you want to talk about that relationship, but I'll leave that up to you. But man, what is your perspective on relationship building?
One of the things that I think there's a lot there's false relationships, right? And so it is as a financial advisor or, what are you acting as a salesperson where you're becoming friends and you're, asking about their kids and all these sorts of things. And it becomes um, is it just a mechanism to get more business? I'm not a
Mhm.
fan of that, right? I want to prove
Yeah.
myself out as delivering great advice. And I view every conversation I have as, this is extremely important to that person. And, but I don't want them to pay for or have a longer relationship with me than they need to. I don't work on retainers, right? So what people do, if you go to my website, feniak.com, feniak.com, you can schedule a consultation, 30-minute consultation. We get on the phone, we talk it through, we go and figure out by the end of that call in 90% of the time we've got a recommendation, arrive at a structure, here's how you execute on it. And if you need to talk to me again, great, right? If you don't, that's great too. A lot of people are repeats, right? Repeat clients, they call back, they've got some other issue. People calling up now, because I do come at the law from a different perspective, and I tend to, as I said, I tend to be pretty negative. I do look for, anytime I'm having a conversation, I warn people. I'm like, look, during this call, widows and orphans, busloads of them are going to die. People are going to get maimed. There's going to be fires, and even you're going to die. But we got to talk through those things. So I want to deliver what people need, and when they need me, I'm there. But if you don't need me,
Mm,
I'm not badgering you. There's nothing on retainer. We don't have an ongoing relationship
mm,
in that way. Outside of that, having ongoing relationship with people who help you be a better version of yourself. And in real estate, buy the smallest house on the block, and with a friend group, build a friend group where you're the smallest person in the group, right? Hopefully you're adding something. They think they're the smallest person as well. This is something in marriage where if both of you think you're giving 70%, then you're probably in the right spot, right? And so, being a great friend to people, but also having friends who you rely on for their guidance, you can have honest conversations, and not being afraid to say, "Oops, I think I screwed up," right? And I need, you know, how can you help in this area? Have you faced this? Somebody who's got a perfect life and hasn't made mistakes is charmed or liars.
yeah, 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 yeah. I love it. I love your perspective. Thank you for your honest take on relationships. And it's interesting because I live by a similar philosophy. I don't want you to have to depend on me. Like I want an organic relationship with you, but I don't want your codependency being on me. I will give you what I rely, I will give you my expertise. I'll give you what I think is going to be helpful. But at the end of the day, if this is not what's needed, that's actually one of the best things possible. And so I appreciate your honesty on takes when it comes to relationship. This has been very, very refreshing. It's been great talking to you, Mr.
You too,
Jonathan.
Quentin.
Man, absolutely. If someone wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, collaborate with you, learn more about what you're doing, how can they get in contact with you, sir?
Yeah, Feniak.com, Feniak.com. That is where you can schedule a consultation. Got the descriptions of the consultations, as a complex matter, setting up a holding company, real estate, those sorts of things. Pick the consultation type, and it puts you on my schedule, right? That's all there is to it. You answer some questions, you pay, and then we talk for half an hour. Sometimes you get people and they're like, well, I'm not sure if he can offer anything. Within about 5 minutes, if we figure out I don't have really value to add, refund you. Thank you very much. I
Mm,
couldn't help. But you can schedule really quickly, a day or is sometimes the same day to speak with me. So pressing matters, whether it's, hey, we got sued, or hey, we're not sure on this big deal we're going to do, or bring on a partner. And then I do, as one of the owners of LLCattorney.com, all the things, almost all the recommendations and the sort of structuring stuff you can do through LLCattorney.com. Really reasonable prices. You're not paying for a lawyer to form your LLC. It's like comparable to legal Zoom prices, that kind of thing. But it makes it easy to get or execute on the plan that we arrive at.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sir, I appreciate you. I want to say three things to you. One, thank you for your time. You know your time is very, very valuable. We do everything we can to get our time back. So thank you for allowing us some of your time today. I appreciate it. Two, thank you for your story. Thank you for your honesty, your authenticity, you being organic. I greatly appreciate that. And lastly, thank you for your perspective, for your mindset. You have paid a lot of money to craft your mind. So thank you for bringing that mindset to this platform. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here today, man.
Quentin, thank you very much. It was an absolute pleasure. Love talking to you, and I think you pulled some things out of me that I usually don't get pulled out of me on podcasts. So I really do appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Well, that what makes me good at what I do. And so I appreciate you saying that, sir. So listen, y'all heard Mr. Feniak. Definitely check him out. Look at the show notes. Get in contact with him. Let him protect your assets. So get in contact with him, but definitely make sure you are subscribed here because I promise you, we're going to continue to bring up amazing people just like Mr. Jonathan. So, sir, thank you again. And to everyone else, y'all have a fantastic day.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.